VHS is back, and if you haven't been paying attention, you might not realize this new Lionsgate Limited American Psycho VHS isn't the first VHS release in recent years, not by a long shot. As I'm recording this today, Lionsgate Limited announced a new 4K set and a VHS release of American Psycho. So for someone like me who does not own this movie on VHS or 4K, I might pick both of those up. In my collection, I do have American Psycho on DVD. This is the uncut version. Has plenty of special features, and I have no complaints about this scan. Also in my collection, I have the Walmart Valentine's slipcover Blu-ray release. Now underneath the slip, it's just the same standard Blu-ray release. They released this one on 4K a few years ago, and I haven't picked it up yet. This new release is for the 25th anniversary, and it does feature new special features. So let's talk about the 4K set, and then we'll talk about the VHS. Both of these are going to release December 9th, and they're up for pre-order right now at Lionsgate Limited. So this is the American Psycho 25th Anniversary Collector's Edition. It comes with a 4K UHD copy and a digital copy. It's priced at $39.99. The packaging for this is pretty cool. I do like the sleek white design with Christian Bale on the front. There's been a lot of cool releases of this movie over the years, and I gotta say I don't really have many of them. You saw the two that I have. The 4K disc in this release is housed in a CD jewel case. Now initially, upon looking at this, I thought this was because they were going to include the soundtrack, because the CD jewel case features cover artwork that is basically the Huey Lewis in the News sports album cover, but with Christian Bale instead of Huey Lewis on the front. Now it's still cool, don't get me wrong, I just think it would have been cooler if that was the soundtrack. It also features 5 business cards from the business card scene, and a couple other cool accessories like a fake American Express and a Blockbuster card. So the Lionsgate Limited Edition 4K also includes new special features, as I mentioned before. They are as follows: Savage Satire, American Psycho at 25, A World of Perfect Surfaces, Visual Aesthetic, an amuse-bouche, main title, and a Q&A with co-writer-director Mary Herron, as well as legacy special features, which are also listed here that you can look at. Like, there's a ton of awesome stuff included here. I gotta say, for a $40 release, it does come with enough stuff that it makes it somewhat worth the $40 price point, you know what I mean? I'm definitely, I think, gonna pick the 4K up. I'm still on the fence about the VHS, but let's talk about it. As of 2025, there are countless people making VHSs. There's bootleggers, there's official companies, there's boutique labels putting them out. I'll grab a few in my collection real quick and we'll take a peek. So easily, I would say the most famous VHS release in recent years is going to be the Witter Entertainment release of Terrifier 2 on VHS. In 2024, we were buying new horror VHS at Walmart. People went nuts for this, and because of that, we also got Terrifier 3 released this year, and I obviously had to get it. Now, as far as the scans go for those movies, I think those two are probably the best looking VHS tape scans I have. They look great on the tapes, and the aesthetic of watching these movies on VHS is perfect. Now, TerrorVision has also released quite a few VHS tapes. I have one of theirs in my collection, which is the re-release of Rumpelstiltskin. Now, this is a TerrorVision / Paramount Scares collection. I do have the original VHS for Rumpelstiltskin too. I've done a comparison video with these side by side, the actual scans. But this one opens up like an old school VHS. It does not slide out the bottom. We have a nice little picture of Rumpelstiltskin there. And my favorite part about this release is the purple tapes. This is a nice touch of some of these modern labels and boutique releases. So having a new version and an old version of the same movie on VHS is very interesting in 2025. But aside from officially licensed releases, there are also boutique labels out there. This one for the substance comes from Death by VHS. This one was painstakingly converted to pan and scan for this release. And, you know, for a home release, the quality is excellent. Now, this is the only release of Death by VHS I have in the collection, but I was very happy with the scan on the actual tape. That being said, new VHS, when it's produced these days, it's a lot harder to get a scan that looks really good because the equipment is degraded. The equipment that people are using to make these tapes usually is not the same equipment exactly that they were using back in the day. What we're dealing with is table scraps, you know, finding what's left, fixing it, making it work. A lot of people don't see the point of making new tapes, but to me, this is an uncut version of the movie. As far as I know, most of the VHS releases were just the regular version until the DVD. I will say I'm not entirely crazy about the artwork for it. It's not bad artwork, I won't say. I don't know if it entirely matches the aesthetic, though. So I won't complain about that too much, because I do appreciate the effort. The thing is, a movie like this has a lot of VHS culture ingrained into it. It's like owning the Blair Witch Project on VHS, or The Ring. They should definitely be owned on VHS tapes. So aside from that, I'm pretty excited for both of these releases, mainly because I don't have either. The thing is, if I get this American Psycho VHS, I'm going to have to hunt down a copy of the original to compare the scans and see how the quality of a new VHS from Lionsgate looks compared to whoever released the original. I mean, Lionsgate did the original DVD, so they probably did the VHS as well. But more than anything, I think I want to support this VHS release because it's new VHS. The other one that comes to mind is Alien Romulus, but that one was $60 when it came out. I couldn't buy that. I was not going to buy one single tape for $60, especially new. And I heard the quality of the scan on that one wasn't good. And listen, it's VHS, right? But at the same time, I've seen some of these bootleggers make the tapes look great. So I'd definitely say my biggest takeaway from all this is that the VHS release is what I'm most stoked for in terms of the comeback of VHS. The 4K release I'm more personally excited about just because all the little special features that are going to be included with it. Now, I've actually read the book for this movie, and if you haven't, I would recommend it if you can tolerate some really gnarly shit. If you think the movie's graphic, you will not make it through the book. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about these releases. Are you going to pick either of them up? I'm still a little on the fence about the VHS, but I think I'm definitely grab that 4K just because I don't have it. Those special features make it worth it. If you like this video, be sure to check out this one and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.